What if one of the oldest languages on earth contained hidden clues pointing directly to the book of Genesis? What if ancient Chinese characters preserved memories of creation, Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden and Noah's flood long before missionaries arrived in China? Today, we will explore a fascinating book that has intrigued Christians and historians for decades, the discovery of Genesis. A journey where ink, history, and faith might converge. I am your host. Join me as we examine claims, context, and the continuing conversation around this remarkable idea. We will look at examples, weigh perspectives, and keep curiosity at the center. This is the discovery of Genesis, how the truths of Genesis were found hidden in the Chinese language. Published in 1979, The Discovery of Genesis argues that many traditional Chinese characters contain components that remarkably resemble stories found in the opening chapters of Genesis. The authors present a bold thesis that within the structure of characters lie echoes of creation, the fall, and the flood. The authors suggest these characters may preserve ancient memories dating back to humanity's earliest history. Their idea connects linguistics, archaeology, and biblical narratives across millennia and continents. Chinese writing has evolved through oracle bone script, bronze inscriptions, seal script, clerical, and regular script carrying concepts across time. As we proceed, remember these are the author's interpretations, not established consensus. Still, many readers find the parallels compelling enough to merit careful attention. Let us begin with how Chinese characters work. Unlike alphabet-based languages, Chinese writing uses characters built from meaningful components called radicals. A single character can blend sound hints and semantic parts to convey meaning. The authors propose that some of these components reveal concepts that parallel biblical events. They look for patterns where multiple elements combine into suggestive composites. Across script styles, certain elements persist, allowing comparisons across centuries. However, many characters are phonosemantic compounds, not historical records. This video presents the book's claims as interpretation for thoughtful consideration. With that in mind, we will examine a few examples often cited by the authors. Our goal is to understand how the argument is made. Then we will reflect on what it could mean for language, memory, and faith. One of the most famous examples is the traditional Chinese character often translated as create or to make. The authors note that its components can be interpreted as references to dust, life, and divine action, ideas that closely resemble the Genesis account of God creating humanity. In Genesis, God forms man from the dust of the ground and breathes life into him. The visual parallel, they argue, is striking, though interpretive. This is a suggestive reading rather than a proof, but it sets the stage for further examples. Other characters are said to layer concepts of work, breath, and formed matter. These readings depend on how one parses the radicals and the history of their forms. Still, many find the resonance with Genesis meaningful and faith-building. Next, the authors point to garden-themed compositions that they link to Eden. The book highlights several characters that appear to combine symbols for enclosure, people, trees, and relationships. According to the authors, these combinations may echo memories of the Garden of Eden and the first family, a protected place, people in relationship, and trees at the heart of the scene. The case relies on reading specific arrangements as narrative hints rather than mere structure. Critics note that components often serve phonetic or conventional roles. Advocates see thematic layering. Either way, this icons, the imagery invites viewers to consider how meaning accrues over time. Some see motifs of separation and consequence embedded in related terms. The question remains, are these coincidences cultural memory or design? Next, we examine boat and flood imagery that the authors consider their strongest example. Perhaps the most striking examples involve characters related to ships and boats. The authors point out that some traditional characters include elements representing a vessel carrying 8 people, a detail reminiscent of Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. They argue this aligns with Genesis and a widespread flood memory. 8 persons aboard, a motif some see encoded within the script. Skeptics suggest alternative etymologies not tied to historical narrative. Still, the convergence of number, vessel, and people captivates many readers. If true, such memories could have traveled with early communities as they settled new lands. This brings us to the broader question of cultural memory and dispersion. How might language carry traces of shared human stories? The author suggests that after the events described in Genesis, descendants of Noah spread across the world, carrying memories of early human history. Over generations, traces of these memories may have become embedded within language and culture. This idea positions language as a vessel of memory across time. Stories pass through families, rituals, and words. Subtle, persistent, adaptable, where writing systems endure, motifs can echo long after origins are obscured. For some, the convergence with Genesis strengthens confidence in scripture. For others, it is a prompt to study languages more deeply and carefully. Either way, the conversation opens doors to learning and dialogue. Next, we consider how scholars debate these claims. Not everyone agrees with the book's conclusions. Some linguists argue that the interpretations are selective or symbolic rather than historical. Others believe the similarities are too remarkable to ignore. Whether viewed as evidence or coincidence, the discussion continues to fascinate readers worldwide. Method matters, etymology, paleography, and historical context should guide our conclusions. Script forms change and meaning shift. Careful comparison is essential. Still, curiosity and respect can frame a productive dialogue. As we close, we will gather key takeaways and an invitation to explore further. The discovery of Genesis reminds us that cultures often preserve ancient memories in unexpected ways. It encourages readers to explore history, language, and faith with curiosity and wonder. Approach boldly and carefully, honoring both scripture and scholarship. Important note: this video presents the book's claims as the author's interpretation rather than established historical fact. The conclusions remain debated among linguists and historians. Many find the parallels meaningful, others disagree. The conversation continues. Could ancient Chinese characters contain echoes of humanity's earliest stories? The answer remains debated. But one thing is certain: the intersection of language, history, and faith offers a fascinating journey into our shared human past. Thank you for exploring with me. The discovery of Genesis, coincidence, ancient memory, or evidence of a shared history? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more Christian book summaries, and explore the fascinating connections between faith, history, and culture. See you in the next episode.